Today on the show, we're talking Slate pickup trucks, and I've got some thoughts about this thing, and we're going to get into it. And I want your comments below. Do you find this interesting? Because I do have a fairly large EV audience. I've talked to many people this past week. I was at an event, and they come up to me, wanted to talk EVs, which was very surprising to me. And I'm always happy to talk any vehicles because I do love all vehicles. It's got 2, 4 wheels. I don't care, man. I like talking about these things, and I hope you do too. And before we get deep into this, go ahead and smash that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. It just tells the algorithm, hey, I think All Terrain Nation, this video is pretty cool. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and smash that red subscribe button because I've got goals of hitting 17, 18, 19,000 subscribers this year. And with your help, we can actually do that. So let's get into the Slate pickup truck. And if bland was a picture...
Oh, no, that's not necessary.
That's one bland picture, man. I mean, even the background, I think they purposely do this. They want you to personalize this thing here. You definitely got all the deals up there where it says personalize. This thing is made to be unique, and well, it definitely is. And it's about the size of an old mid-'80s Toyota pickup truck or the Nissan hardbodies. It's what they're claiming about this thing, and I love that size of pickup truck. So for me, you start talking about that, I'm very interested because those little vehicles, those little pickup trucks, used to be super efficient, and well, 150 miles of range on this thing. So I don't know how efficient this thing's actually going to be because we do not live in a world where 150 miles on EV batteries is the actual mileage you get. If it's very cold, are you going to get 150? Probably not. You're probably looking at 90, maybe in the 80s of actual mile range. And if it's extremely hot, 100, 110, maybe like that. But I've never seen any vehicle besides Tesla that even gets close to what they state they can actually do. So if you're interested in this vehicle, just remember, I know that the price tag is really going to jump out to people, which we're going to get into in just a second. Think of the mileage and how would you use this? Think of the environment you live in. So if you're up north, Canada and all that, this is probably never going to work for you. And even if you're into some of the more extreme Texas weathers, I don't know that this thing is actually ideal for your conditions at the rated range they're claiming. So I want to talk about price as well because they're claiming $20,000 price range. Now, first off, that price range needs to come with a very big asterisk because, well, we don't live in a world where that's the actual price. We live in a world where tax credits, because of all the EV stuff the government's been offering, is helps bring these down. You know, you can get a $6,000 or plus, tax credit depending on your state and what's going on federally right now. And I know we live in a crazy world where federally we don't know what the current administration is going to do. So will it still be there when this thing's actually produced? I don't know. But it is kind of an interesting vehicle to me. And we do want a vehicle at a $20,000 price range. It just seems like 10 years ago, I could buy things in the $18,000 price range. And it was a very nice vehicle. And well, now that same $18,000, say maybe a Maverick in the $20,000 price range, is now really $30,000, $35,000. So we don't live in an affordable world anymore. So very appealing to me to see this thing. But kind of want to show a couple pictures of this vehicle right here. And you can see there, look, it's exciting. They've made it. That's the Slate. We got a puppy dog back there, and that's fun. I do like how they can customize this thing, but that's all based on wraps. Everything I've seen of the product launch of this thing keeps showing, oh, you can wrap this thing however you want. So is this a metal structure? Will it take multiple wraps and not wear the paint out, or is it even painted? I'm very curious about that. Or is this somehow a plastic body? Once again, very curious about this thing. I was not at the press launch. I was on vacation, so I'm just doing some guessing at that. But two, when you start adding these big, heavy off-road style tires, guess what you're going to do? You're going to lose some range on that. So your 150-mile range there instantly is not that. And really kind of fun-looking vehicle, though. Once you start adding all this stuff there, guess what? You're not getting that 150-mile range. I do like the sporty one here. That's really fun. I do like that quite a bit, and we can keep going on this just a little bit. Off-road tires, once again, are going to kill the range. And if you're looking this to be like a delivery vehicle, might work for you because you go pick up your packages.
This is huge. That's what she said.
You deliver it. Maybe it's 10, 15 miles away. You get back to your shop, plug it in, let it do its thing, let it charge a little bit. Maybe you can continue to use that all day long. But now I want to get kind of into the charging situation here because guess what? They talk about that, which is kind of, I like it, though I think their website could use a lot of work. So this is in SUV form, kind of reminds me of like a Bronco Sport a little bit, weird LED lights all over. Is this what we actually see as the final product? who's to say, but it does look kind of interesting to me. But daily drivers, daily drivers. Most people in America drive around 37 miles a day. That includes commuting, grocery store runs, errands, the works. With the Slate, you can use that 4 times in a single charge of our standard battery. If you need to grab a charge while you're on the road, the Slate app will let you know where to plug in. And I know they do. I think they're offering a higher wattage or a higher mile per gallon battery, as it were. So that's kind of interesting. But everything you need is included there because look, you get the this is your 115 outlet air, and they do bring some interesting figures into this thing. So let's look down here at the bottom. We got level 1, level 2, and level 3 charging. So level 1 is a 120 volt outlet there. You can see here it says we'll add 2 to 5 miles per per charge overnight. So you can get, roughly 20 to 50 miles on your just standard plug. Okay, that's not bad, but I don't live in a world where I need more than that. If I'm driving 50, 60 miles a day, that's not going to work for me. So we might want to go to the 240 volt there. In there, you can see it's going to add 25 to 40 per hour. Okay, so that's more in line with what I would need. So in 4 to 8 hours, I could be charged. Or you want to go to a level 3 public charging, will be provided at the charge point. Works with most popular, widely available charging networks in the country. 20% to 80% charged in 30 minutes. So that's probably more like what people want in a charger. But once again, remember, charging can be expensive. I do like the fact that they're going to have an app with this thing. You can see here the little charging port there. It's kind of interesting. I do find, some of the other brands where they hide it in the taillights and stuff kind of more interesting to me. But they are going to have a nice network, it says, will allow you to know where to charge. And they're big with commuting. So I did find this kind of interesting. They're like, LA to San Diego, we got you. Phoenix to Tucson, we got you. Chicago to Milwaukee, we got you, which that's one of the most beautiful drives ever. And New York to Philly. Now, have you ever seen traffic from New York to Philly? I don't know about that. So it says, got a road trip plan. These trips are all doable in a single charge of our standard battery. If you want to go even further, there's the extended range battery, increases the range to a projected 240 miles from the 150. Slate projected range estimates are based on EPA cycle test. Official EPA estimate range will be provided when available. Now, as I kind of break this one down in my final thoughts on this thing, do I find vehicles like this to be very interesting? Of course I do. I like modular vehicles, so the idea that you could buy a pickup truck, maybe you want to convert it to a something with a rack on the back, sounds fun. Maybe you want to put seats in the back of this thing as your family may expand. Okay, I do like that kind of a world we live in there. Ultimately, it comes down with EV, where everybody, early adapters, learned real quick of other brands. Like, you don't get the charging. You just don't. And the vehicle that we're looking at here, once again, I'll bring it up as you can see it, is pretty freaking bland. Now, some people like bland. I know there's people out there that just need a vehicle. They don't like cars. They don't understand it. They just need to get from point A to point B. This Slate, as what I can tell right now, is probably ideally for you. If you want something that you can customize, put pink, whatever colors you want to put on the side of this thing, maybe this is for you. But ultimately, this vehicle right now, I don't know if it makes it. I know they jumped out. You got Bayos and all the big names really pumping a ton of money into this thing, which is okay. But Tesla, this thing is not. I wouldn't even there's other brands out there. I've got this Scout on order, and I've got a Harvester version, which is the hybrid version of. It's got a generator in back, and I can get some good range out of that. That's more up my wheelhouse than what this thing is, but price point, it's pretty cool. I do like that mid $20,000 price tag. Is probably more realistically about 30, 32. Who knows with inflation right now, what's going on? Maybe prices will go down. Hopefully, maybe they won't. But think about that before you reserve. I've reserved a lot of vehicles, and generally I think I've bought one of them with the intent of 2 when the Scout actually is built next year. So that is next on my EV desirable list. This one here, maybe first-time buyers, I don't know. But I need your help. In the comments below, where are you at with the Slate? What do you think of this thing? And should I cover more of it? I've covered a lot of these EV brands like Canoo, and I warned everybody, Canoo, well, guess what? They tanked. I still think Canoo is a fun-looking vehicle. There's the others. There's the Telos out there that is fun-looking, but I don't think it even gets close to production. And the Slate, even though it has a lot of money behind it, how many reservations they get? Probably a lot because it's only $50 to do it. How many of those people would actually follow through? I honestly don't think a ton right now. And if they come out with something more interesting, maybe better news about this thing, I'm going to cover it because I do like quirky, weird vehicles. So stick with me. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that like button and the subscribe button, because we will talk about this thing more and more as it gets closer to production. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this EV Slate that I really would like to drive, it's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.